Hi, welcome back again everyone. What I'm going to do today is carry on with the remote master cylinder, which is under here. Now I've put the tank on just to have a quick look, and as you can see when I get this plate on here, there's very little shown, just a little bit underneath here where we've got the adjuster under there. So I've got the cable on the other side, but I haven't got the little bush that I've got to make to restrain it, so I'm going to make that and get it welded on the other side, and then we'll get these little brackets welded up, and then if I get finished we'll try and get this plate welded on here. So that's the start for today. Now the little return I'm going to make, this is the brake cable, and I've got to make something which is this can slot into. This is the part here. We've got the exposed cable there. Now I was going to make something a bit like that, where we've got a round piece of 12mm bar, drill a hole in it and a slot, and so that will just slot into it and the cable can go through the slot. What I've decided to do is change it slightly. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger diameter and file the back so it's flat, and that way we get a little bit more surface area to weld along the sides and round. And also on this one you're trying to weld right into this groove here, whereas this one with the back being filed, it's not such a deep cavity to get into, so we'll be able to make it a little bit stronger, spread the weight a little bit. So I've got a little offcut. I'm going to take this on the lathe and we'll turn this down, drill it, and then we'll cut a groove in it and grind one of the sides flat a little bit. Right, so let's get this on the lathe. First of all, face off this side. Right, so that's it. Cut the length anyhow, and yeah, 11mm. So next thing, we'll drill a hole in it. So it's 6.5mm I need. What I'll do is I'll do it in 3 stages. We'll do the centre drill, and then something like a 4mm drill as a pilot hole, and then do the 6.5, because the 6.5 is a little bit big to do in one go, in my opinion, for this lathe anyhow, and my abilities. Right, so now to grind it down a couple of millimetres on one side. Right, so I've just ground that side down, took a couple of millimetres off. So now it's just a case of cutting a slot in there for the cable to fit through. So I'll try it with an angle grinder. Now the cable here is quite fat, so maybe, yeah, that we've got to try and widen this a little bit, so I'll try a little bit more. Right, that's it. So I'll just try dressing it up a little bit with a little file, get some of these rough edges off. Get the cable in there. That's it, nice. I've left it nice and thick, that's why I wanted a thicker pipe. It's not the type of thing you want to break when you're trying to break yourself. Needle file, see if I can get in there. Yeah, just try to clean it up a little bit. A little bit smoother. Right, so that's all the sharp corners off. So we'll try welding it on the bike then. Right, so I'm going to weld that onto there. What I've done, the old handlebars, I've put the cable into the clutch lever so that I can at least see it working once we get it welded up. I will eventually have it on the reverse lever handlebars, but I'm still waiting for a couple of parts before I can finish those off. So I'll just get a couple of spots on here and then we'll be able to try it. You see I've got it held in with a chunk of wood and one of these magnets just to keep it lined up. Trying to keep in line with the master cylinder, and I've put the wing nut on and I've left a little bit of adjustment there. Right, so I've got welded on, put a cable in. I've also filed a groove in this wing nut so that it locks into place better. I may end up just putting a couple of nuts on there like there's lock nuts finally, but till we get it going and see what it's like. And I've connected up with this clutch lever. When I pull that, as you can see, moving in and out, champion. So that should do it. Right, we'll just have a look at it from the other side. Right, so from this side you can see where the master cylinder is, and you can see the lever and everything. So when I pull that, it's working fine. So what I'm going to do now is see, this plate's got to go on the other gusset plate for this side. So to do that, I'm going to have to take off this pipe. This was just a pipe so I could put the switch in to make sure I had enough clearance around the top here. So what I need is a pipe with a 90 degree or a 45 degree angle, so it comes down here and not sticking out. It's going to hit, doesn't matter which way I put it, the pipe's going to hit something. So really I need something maybe to come out at a 45 degree angle here so I can take the pipe out. Then the pipe's probably is going to loop around and then onto here coming out the tank, and that will give us a little bit of room so as the suspension goes up and down it can go up and down, or when I turn left and right it's going to pull and push the cable as it turns. So this little loop here will be able to give us that bit of freedom there. The other thing I've got to do is one of the coils, I had to cut this coil off, the bracket off, to make room for this. So I'm going to move it down there a little bit and then tack it on. Not tack it on, weld it up properly, because it may be that with it moving further down here, when I try to take the engine out, it may obstruct the engine getting out. So I'll just spot it on for now so I can easily remove it if I need to and do the final welding later. And if it does foul the engine, then what I can do is maybe put some bolts here so this bracket unbolts, and then it'll be well out the way. So that's the other option if this doesn't work. Right, so I'm just going to get on with the welding and things like that, and I'll leave it running so you can see what I'm doing. Right, I was just about to weld this and I didn't realise but the memory card in my camera was full, so I missed that. But all I've done is I've put some spots around this plate here, and this plate which I'd taken off to leave access for the brake, I've had to move back, and I've just put 3 spots on there, and that's to hold the other ignition coil. So hopefully that's not going to be in the way and fouling the engine when I take it out. Right, I'm going to leave it at that for today. Next time I'm going to have a look at making some rubber mounts so I can mount the tank in place. So thanks again for watching everyone, hope to see you again next time.